Picture this. You're just about to close a $10 million deal for your business. Then, in a matter of months, the 2008 recession hits and wipes you out completely. If your next move fails, you and your family lose every single penny you have left. Well, this is the story of that next move, the counterattack. So let's get right into it. The guy at the center of this whole thing is Carl Churchill, a 21-year Army veteran. And when the economy just imploded, he didn't just lose a job. No. In his own words, it was a financial ambush. This wasn't some planned retreat. It was a total, absolute wipeout. And what's just wild is the speed of this collapse. I mean, look at this timeline. In 2007, Carl's a partner in a booming software business. By early 2008, they have a $10 million buyout offer sitting right there on the table. But the Great Recession hits, and the entire mortgage industry they serve just vanishes, like overnight. And therefore, by 2009, the business is bankrupt. From millions to zero. Gone. And this, right here, shows you just how deep that pit was. We're not talking about a comfortable setback where you just tighten your belts a little. No, Carl and his wife Lori went from being these successful entrepreneurs to literally holding yard sales just to scrape together enough cash for groceries. The ambush was real, and the stakes were, frankly, survival. So what do you do? What do you do when your whole world just gets erased? You launch a counteroffensive with whatever you've got left. The old world of software and venture capital, that was dead. So the new plan? Take every last penny of their life savings and start a coffee company called Lock and Load Java, right out of their family basement. A complete pivot from tech money to pure family grit. And this quote, this just perfectly captures that shift in mindset, right? This is the moment they stopped being victims of the economy and became fighters again. They had no investors, absolutely no safety net. All they could possibly do was bet everything on their own hard work. And the effort they put in was just immense. This comeback wasn't about some brilliant idea that came in a flash of genius or a lucky break. Not at all. This was about a pure, relentless, day in, day out grind. They cashed out everything. The entire family, Carl, Lori, and their 2 kids, were down in the basement packing coffee orders. And for years, the founders, Carl and Lori, didn't take a single paycheck. This is exactly what building something from the absolute bottom looks like. So, what was the result of all that effort? Did it even work? Well, within 9 years, they went from just a family of 4 packing coffee in a basement to a team of 22 people, rebranding as Alpha Coffee, and breaking $1 million in annual revenue. That bet on themselves, it absolutely paid off. And today, they've grown to 2 cafes and a team of 35. But here's the really crucial point. The comeback wasn't just fueled by a desire to make money again. I mean, sure, that was part of it. But they had lost a business, right? They hadn't lost their purpose. So they decided to build this new company around a core mission, right from day one. They called it the Grounds for Good program. And the idea was super simple. A portion of their profits would always go back to supporting 3 things they really cared about: veterans, their local community, and the planet. This wasn't some marketing gimmick they added on later. It was baked right into the business model from the start. And you can see the impact is real and tangible. This number, over 22,000, that's how many bags of coffee they've donated to deployed troops. It's a direct link back to Carl's own experience as a soldier and a promise to give back to the community that had their back. Okay, so let's bring this all home. Carl's story of climbing out of a $10 million hole is just incredible, right? But what's the actual lesson for the rest of us when we're facing our own setbacks? Carl's story really gives us this kind of alpha code for surviving an ambush. First, you've got to reframe the setback. It's a new mission. He didn't sit around mourning the $10 million. He started planning a counterattack from his basement. Second, you build the new thing around what you actually believe in. For him, that was the Grounds for Good mission. It was baked in, not bolted on. And finally, and this is so crucial, you have to recognize that relentless grinding effort is the one weapon no recession can ever take away from you. Circumstances change, but the choice to pack one more bag of coffee, that's always yours. And this quote from Carl just sums it all up, doesn't it? Resilience isn't about avoiding failure. It's about your ability to keep that enthusiasm and drive between the failures. It's about getting back up every single time, ready for the next round. So if you're in the trenches right now, if you feel like you've been ambushed by circumstances you can't control, just remember this story. Your only job isn't to see the end of the war. It's to focus on one single thing, winning the next mission that's right in front of you.